Across LC with your hosts, Jeff Alsman and Cody Zipman.
And hello again, everyone, and welcome to the A2Z Across LC podcast. I'm Jeff Alsman. Cody Zipman, my co-host, is here as well. We are back from the holiday break, taking the month of January off to kind of reset here for the new semester. And Cody, good to see you again. Haven't seen you for a while.
Good to see you, partner. I'm energized and ready to go. I got my fresh notes here. I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Your first ever time notes is what
That's true. I like it. I like this model we got going on here.
So you had a good holiday and a good new year to start things off with and all of that?
Yeah, I was here.
Great. Oh, you were here. Well, great. It was great.
No, it was great. Everything's always great. It's good to have a reset, right?
Yeah, every once in a while. You just kind of got to rethink things and starting back up. Yeah. Hey, we've got a great show planned for you today. We're going to talk about some very interesting topics. We're going to, in a moment, speak to the Lewis and Clark Outstanding Adjunct Faculty Member Nominee for Faculty Adjunct Faculty Person of the Year as part of our program. We're also going to talk to a representative from Sacred Spaces of Care about a symposium that's coming up, and a real neat guy that we want you all to have a chance to meet. His name is Jake. We'll tell you more about that, but he's going to be part of premiering a documentary about himself, and it's going to be interesting. So we've got all of that going on. Of course, we've got all kinds of events on campus as well, with Black History Month celebration leading the way, several different months. Our different activities this month, both for students and the community. So if you want to check out any of those or find out anything else that's happening on campus, you can just go to events.lc.edu and find the public calendar and search that and find out all kinds of things that are happening. But before we bring in the guests, I want to talk to you because, I hear there's a big game that's just about to happen. And I'm curious who you might be pulling for.
Taylor Swift, baby.
Taylor Swift news has kind of dominated the Super Bowl, hasn't it? It's
my athletic trainer would love that.
Is that right?
Taylor's a Swiftie over there.
Okay. Well, my wife is a Swiftie.
Yeah.
And she's made my granddaughter a Swiftie. So, but I've been a Chiefs fan for a while, so I'm not just hopping on the bus. But are you a Philly fan or are you a Chiefs fan as we get into this?
I'm a Browns fan. So in this Super Bowl, like most of the Super Bowls, I want to say I'm a Chiefs fan in this Super Bowl.
Okay, well
I can't do Philly.
I can't know why. I can't do Philly in any sport for some reason.
But I was rooting for Dr. T's Bills. I'm not going to lie about that. But then
I do like the Bills.
Once they made it, though, then I'm rooting for the Chiefs because it's never happened 3 in a row.
No, that's why I kind of want to see that happen. I like the Vikings and I like the Chiefs when it comes to football, but. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing if they can do the three-peat.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them as well.
Be pretty historic.
Yeah.
And, of course, you just had the athletic department, one of your fundraisers come to a close, and that's also football related.
The Football Pick'ems fundraiser, and I want to give a shout-out. I'm going to say the top 10. So, overall, first place, Dawson Boos, then Haley Ferguson, Brian Ferguson, Jeffrey Ferguson. I think the Ferguson family did very well in this.
There was some collaboration going on.
Scott Kohlmeyer, Brett Isaacs, Chris Schultz, Lily Blackwood, Christy Bridges, and Aaron Fleur. They were all in the top 10 of the winners, and I thank you so much for everybody that played in that. It's a big fundraiser that starts at the beginning of the year in October and then wraps up as we enter the Super Bowl.
Can you imagine the battle among the Ferguson family each week as they were trying
all the time. As soon as I get these winners in and stuff, because there's another guy that kind of oversees this through the year for me, and all of a sudden he's sending me the rankings or whatever, the top 10, top 15, because really, tell you the truth, a lot of these, there might be 4 tied for first, and then we got to go in the tiebreakers.
Exactly, right.
And I'm seeing Ferguson. I'm like, oh, there's a battle in that.
There's got to be. Absolutely.
Every week, which is what it's kind of for, right? It's a fundraiser for us, but then also it brings it. Yes, that's 100%.
Well, I'll just report to everybody that I finished tied for 24th. Out of 397, that's not bad.
You were in the top 25.
I was in the top 25. I was almost cracking the top 10 at one point towards the end. I'd gotten as close as 14th.
And so you took some chances.
I took some chances.
That's the smart way to do it.
You have to. If you're going to pass some folks up, you've got to pick some upsets, and you've just got to be right.
Yep.
And some of my upsets let me down. And so instead of moving into the top 10, I backtracked and ended up in tied for 24. But I was happy with that. You know,
you had a good time.
Yeah.
And in today's, I'd say, NFL world that we live in, right? It's pretty even.
There's
so you got to take those chances.
Parity. There really is.
Yep,
Yeah,
I agree. You ready to go?
I'm ready. Yeah, absolutely. You know, we got a great show going on. Congratulations again to the Pick'ems winners, and we'll be right back.
We are
LC A2Z.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark. I got my start in the radio program that put me on the path to where I am today. We still do radio, but now we're so much more. Podcasting, producing, and editing, not to mention new equipment, studios, courses, and a new name. If you want to work in professional media or create better content for the things you love, do like I did and discover your path at Lewis and Clark Community College. Enroll today at lc.edu.
And welcome back to the A to Z Across LC podcast. Jeff Alsman here, Cody Zipman as well. Cody, we are in the presence of royalty.
A legend. How do you do this? How do you get these guests?
I have ways. I have contacts that you would not imagine. So I'm going to be very careful to read this introduction the way it was given to me out of the application, because we're about to talk to the Illinois Community College Trustee Association Outstanding Adjunct Faculty Member from Lewis and Clark nominee for the entire state of Illinois. So here's what it said.
Read it, partner.
Make sure I read it just right. This person earned a Bachelor's of Science degree in business from SIUE with a specialization in marketing, consumer behavior, and a master's in speech communication, has taught at the former Deaconess College of Nursing and Fatman University, Hickey School of Business, SIUE, St. Louis University, and Southwest Illinois College. Also trained sales forces for Toyota Corporation and Southwestern Bell, which is now AT&T. Started her adjunct teaching at Lewis and Clark in 1991 and has continued to do so even after taking a full-time position in the Student Success Center, where she primarily tutors students and collaborates with the Trailblazers support team, providing help to students through various programs we have on campus and outside of campus, and is also the author of 2 college-level communication textbooks. Her name is Mary Busler. Mary, welcome to the program. Unfortunately, now we're out of time. We'll have to move on to the next segment.
Great.
Mary, you forgot one thing. Also, in 2004, 2005, taught Cody Zipman in communications class.
That wasn't in the actual...
I thought for sure that would be on here sometime.
They usually try to avoid the difficult students.
Oh, she's going to be a good guest.
Bring us out, Jeff. We are.
Yeah. Well, welcome, and my goodness, you have been active and successful, and just congratulations on this nomination. Tell us, when it was announced to everybody at the school, it was during the holiday event, and you came up on the stage there, and you could tell this meant a lot to you because you got emotional. It was something that is deep down.
Yes.
Tell us what was going on. How were you feeling when they called your name and up you came and all of that? I mean, you got a standing ovation. And,
you were reading that, I thought, oh, I did do that. Oh, I have done that, and I have done that. When I put that all together, it's all about the students. And so I don't think of it as I've done all of these successful things. I think I've gotten to interact and help all of these wonderful students. And my daughters and I counted one day, and we thought there's probably 10 to 12,000 over that many years, which is humbling and amazing. But what I thought as I walked up on that stage was, I'm speechless. And all of you that know me know I don't think that's ever happened in my life, where I've been speechless. But to look out at a crowd of people that you consider your friends and colleagues, and I think the Lewis and Clark Community College is amazing. It's a great community resource. It's great for work, for students, and to be recognized by your peers and colleagues, I just think that feeling's unmatched. I don't know if I can describe it, but it even makes me emotional now.
Well, there were people in the crowd that you could tell they were also excited, but also you could see there's some teary-eyed folks about this is well-deserved, and we're really happy for him and fantastic, and you could tell the room was just full of support.
I'm humbled by that. I appreciate it. I come every day here in a mood to do what I can do to help students. I work with projects on Cody. I've known you quite some time.
Yes, well, you didn't have to add that.
Yeah, at least 3 years. And just a lot of people, because I've been on the campus for 35 years. And, it's gone through a lot of changes and a lot of growth. But I think right now there are some really cool and exciting things happening that are really going to put Lewis and Clark in a whole different place on the map. I think we're already on the map. I think we do great things, but I think some really good things are coming. And of course, Cody was my student. I think it's amazing to see a past student in a position that he can mentor and be involved with students and really help them with their futures. So as athletic director, that's cool to watch. I always enjoy listening to you. And, I've known him a few years. You're the same to me, and it's enjoyable to listen to your show.
Well, thanks. She's trying to turn the tables.
No, she is.
Deflect some things away from her,
So did the time, because I think of a person that you had goals and you're driving and your head's down, but your head's down, and then all of a sudden one day you get surprised with this, and did it fly by? Did you ever have that moment? Because I know there's a wow moment, but it's like, whoa.
No, I'm still overwhelmed with the feeling. My daughter knew before I did because Travis had asked her for some information about me. And then several people knew, and they had to keep it quiet and under wraps.
Right.
I don't know how they did that. No, when I think about it now, when you named it, I'm still humbled.
So there were some interesting things because they had a little slide presentation as to throw out some clues so the folks could guess. And they threw the clues up there, but they really didn't explain what that meant in your life. So Cody's going to ask you a couple of those things so you can explain a couple of them in detail.
Sure.
And I love that you threw this in here, by the way, because I didn't know any of these. So
which is funny.
I loves anything bee related.
Yes. So
that's BEE.
BEE.
Yes.
So I'm at home called Bee with the label in front, Queen. So I'm the Queen Bee. Everybody comes to me for advice in my family. I'm run a lot of do all the family dinners, all the family holidays. And that nickname came from my great niece. And I don't know why. I think I would say, do you want me to help you? And she thought I was saying Bee, but it stuck. And I try to do things. So I'm going to use the word royally because that's what you think of with a queen bee. I try to do my best at everything. And, with a beehive, without the queen bee, you don't have anything. And I think you do need people to help guide you. I'm not saying I'm the best person for that, but if you come to me and you want help, I will do everything I can do to help you.
So here, I thought maybe you were one, you were like a
beekeeper.
A beekeeper.
Yes, that's what I was thought.
I have done that in the past.
Have you really?
Yes, I have.
Goodness.
And I've been to the bee decked out several times. The gentleman that owns Dow on the Farm.
Okay.
He's an older gentleman who lets you tour his bee farm.
So tell me, it also said that you at one time, maybe still, I don't know, wanted to be a marine biologist.
Yes. Which
that's a far cry from a bee.
Our first real family trip was to California when I was 6 years old. And I know a lot of people think SeaWorld is one of those places that shouldn't exist. And you hear a lot of things about mistreatment of animals and so forth. But as a 6-year-old child from the Midwest, when I saw Shamu and dolphins and my love of the ocean began, living in the Midwest. And I always wanted to be a marine biologist, but I had terrible vision. And back when I was 6, way back when I was 6, they didn't have really ways to correct that. And they still weren't making, goggles, the scuba diving masks with prescription lens. And then my mother said the Mississippi is muddy and you won't see anything. And so I had to trade that dream in.
The ocean is probably not a good place to be if you can't see the
sharks. 100%.
And the Mississippi isn't any better. You can't see your hand in front of you. So I thought, okay, I'll help something else. The one thing I never wanted to be, Jeff, was a teacher, because when I was in middle school, that's if you were a girl, you usually studied at the VOTEC school for administrative assistant, or you would often study education to become a teacher. You weren't really talked about going to business or to be a professor or anything that were considered in my day more jobs that men pursued. But that's ultimately what I ended up doing. I co-taught when I was in graduate school and was hooked. I loved it. I loved everything about it. And I'm still doing it. So
when is the award announced? Is that later this summer? Or?
So June, it's in Bloomington Normal, and everyone who's been nominated goes up to the program And they are holding it, I forget which hotel it's happened. It's a big event with a dinner. And fingers crossed, the adjunct and full-time faculty awards are both given at that same event. So everybody goes up there. I think Sue Zawinski, Dr. Sue Zawinski, and possibly Dr. Traska go. And then they submit, I believe, a packet similar to what you read about why these persons are candidates. And then the panel for the award goes through those and picks, I suppose, the most deserving candidate.
So you're a communicator. You've written college-level textbooks in communication. So you've already got your speech done, right? Your acceptance speech, you've already got that all prepared, ready to go?
Sure. Sure. The hard part will be cutting it down, right? Because they usually give you like 2 minutes.
That's the hard part of this program, too, is taking a segment that's very interesting and trying to condense it into a
I think I will be flabbergasted. Segment, so. And really, the people to be thanked are students. I think they make an instructor, or they keep you doing what you're doing. Their reactions, and you have to understand what they're going through now compared to pre-COVID, compared to when we were in school. It's different, and we have to adapt to that. And I think if you don't, you're doing a disservice to yourself and your students. And so the nomination is fabulous. I'm so humbled. If I won the award, I don't know what I would do. I just don't know. It would be fabulous, but it's okay if I don't, because there are other fabulous people being honored as well. And I still get to interact with the students. That's the real honor.
Well, and we should also say that either way, you're going out with a bang, because Mary's going to be retiring in 2025. And what a way to go out. So,
my sister called me, and that was the first thing that she said to me. Wow, what a way to go out.
Yeah.
And I don't want to think too much, but it makes me a little sad. So I'll have to kind of,
Well, you've come back.
Around.
You've come back to do other things.
I'll be around. Yeah. I'll be around. I'll have to volunteer. I'll have to do something because it's been such a part of my life. I mean, over half my life has been spent here. And every generation in my family has gone here, including even now my great niece and nephew in college for kids. And my niece is getting ready to go to college. She'll probably start out here. So 4 generations. Wow. My brother was the first class in 1973.
Oh, wow.
When they opened Lewis and Clark. He was one of the first classes of students that came. So it really has history in our family as well as in my life.
Well, congratulations on the nomination. Congratulations on the retirement. We're pulling for you. Maybe we'll have you come back out of retirement to bring your award in and be on the program again after you're the winner. And
you're amazing, Mary.
we just can't say enough about how much we're pulling for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I love all of you to death. And the show's awesome.
Well, great. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When we come back, we're going to be talking about a healthcare symposium that's coming up in, I think it's May. I'll double check the calendar, but early May. So we'll do that next.
We are
LC A2Z.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been a process operator. Yeah, my path could have been in graphic design.
And welcome back to the A to Z Across LC podcast. Jeff Alsman here, Cody Zipman as well. And in this segment, we're going to be speaking with Megan Tyler, the founder and executive director of Sacred Spaces of Care, and also Jake Dunavant, who is the focus of a film called Finding Jacob. And they're here to talk about a film premiere and speaker panel event. And in the last segment, I had said I thought it was early May. I had the wrong month. It's early March 1st. And welcome both of you to the A to Z podcast. And we're looking forward to hearing all about this. So Megan, we'll start with you. Just kind of give us a brief overview of what exactly this is. I know it has the film premiere. There's going to be a panel of speakers, but take it from there and kind of tell us what folks can expect.
Yeah, so Sacred Spaces of Care focuses on anything that's rooted in trauma. So we do a lot of community awareness and education on mental health, substance use, and a variety of other co-occurring concerns. And so this event specifically, we basically painted a narrative of Jake's life, and he'll be able to tell you a little bit more about his story and what that trajectory looked like. But we wanted people to be able to come and view this film and really see Jake's story, but that's really the story of many, right? We all have loved ones in our lives, or maybe people in the community that we're connected to that have struggled at some point in time with maybe some type of mental health disorder or addiction. And we want people to be able to come and watch that film and see that story, but also see why there's such a critical need in our community for individuals to connect those people to resources, to work with our local providers and law enforcement and first responders and things like that, and how important that is to our work. And so that's a big part of the mission of Sacred Spaces. And so we're just inviting everybody out. It's a free of charge event, so that there's no barriers, hopefully preventing anyone from coming to just watch the film and then have a little bit of a discussion afterwards on kind of what that process might look like if you are wanting assistance or help, or if you yourself, or if you want somebody in the communities to try to receive assistance. And there's also a resource fair component that I can talk about as well that kicks off the event before we get it started.
And then Jake, can you tell us about your story? And then also, you talked about it's a free event, so who would be attending this event?
It's honestly, it's going to be cool for really anybody to see. I mean, family of, people that maybe struggle with addiction, service providers, or honestly anybody in the community, law enforcement. It's a powerful impact statement, and so anybody that watches it is going to be moved by this. I would say that Megan and I, we hit it off when we met almost a couple of years ago at this point, because Sacred Spaces of Care deals with my peers. So she talks about trauma and addiction and mental health. I told her my story one of the very first times we met, and we just, I don't know if it's appropriate to say, fell in love. Megan, I love you. Come on. We did. We work well together. We both have, similar motivation. We want to help people who are struggling.
So without giving away everything that's in the film, because we want people to come see it, we don't want to tell the whole story, can you just give us a couple of bits and pieces of what the film is about, and just to kind of lay a little bit of groundwork, or tease the folks that might be interested in coming and seeing, what happened to you and where you were, and here you are today, and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think all too common. Any member of society is going to see somebody struggling, and there's this stigma, and I think we don't see people come out of that. We don't see people climb out of the hole that is untreated mental health or substance use disorders or homelessness, and we don't hear too many stories with positive outcomes. And so that's what this film is. I'm sitting here in front of you today.
A success story.
I don't like to use the term recovered, because someone like myself is always in recovery. But a success story, and thank you for saying that. Yes, I am a father to my children. I'm a husband to my wife. I'm a son to my parents. I have healthy relationships in the community. This film it was done very masterfully, I think is the appropriate way to say it, where you can get perspective of the work that Sacred Spaces of Care does on the streets in real time. You can get the perspective of law enforcement. You can get the perspective of the individual struggling. It even kind of gives you a glimpse into what treatment can look like. So when you ask the question, who is this film going to be good for? It's anybody. I think of the person that's maybe considering getting help, or the person that's maybe struggling and looking for a way out. It's going to be inspirational to them. I think of the people in the community that just see the homeless person on the side of the road, and they have their preconceived notion of that individual and how they got there. It's gonna change the way that they think. And really, I think the whole idea is to bring the community together to address this epidemic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Mental health, substance use disorder epidemic.
Yeah, and the thing about trauma is, a lot of times we focus on the what is happening, but we very rarely talk about the why. And so what this film does and the speaker panel, it gives us the opportunity to figure out the root causes that often lead to substance use or homelessness or mental health concerns. And that just kind of shifts our perspective and paints a whole new light, I think. And again, as Jake is talking, anybody in the community, it's going to be impossible to watch this film, in my opinion, without being moved in some way, whether you have a personal connection to the cause or whether you don't. It affects our community, and I think we can all relate in some sort of way. And like you said, I think that this is an opportunity for our community to also just come out. There aren't any barriers restricting anyone. This is a free event, so this is a time to show up. And also, if there's people that maybe at some point feel hesitant or feel shame in doing so, there's going to be many, many of us in the room that day that have struggled with mental health and addiction, have been incarcerated, have been through homelessness. And so this is a safe space that there's not going to be judgment. This is going to be an accepting environment where we're just really trying to figure out, what are the root causes of this and how can we really help people heal.
So I want to just jump in for 1 second because I want to ask Jake about the courage that it takes to,
absolutely,
to be part of this and to allow yourself to be the focus. That must take a lot of courage to be the one that the camera is on and to share your story. I don't know. I just can't imagine being that bold and that brave. And so, man, I just throw props at you.
Well, thank you. I get very vulnerable, and I will say it wasn't the first time that I've opened up and shared my story. There's a saying in the recovery community, recover out loud, so that those suffering don't continue to do so in silence. And so if my story can impact an individual who's still struggling in a positive way and maybe encourage them to take the next step or get connected to the right resource and pursue recovery, then I'll tell my story as many times as I have to.
Megan, I think there might be a T-shirt opportunity there with that.
That being said, it was a very moving experience. And while we're on that topic, I do want to shout out Eric Mermrod, Mermrod Photography out of St. Louis, videographer. Just did a beautiful job on this film, for not working in this space and in this field. But the recording of the film, very emotional for both Jake, for all of us that participated in it. So, like I said, I don't think anybody's going to be able to watch it without, feeling moved in some way.
Sounds like quite a day. And you said you're going to have vendors also there that
so we've invited a lot of individuals from the community that are in kind of the mental health substance use provider space. So, come on out and join us from 1 to 2. The vendor booths will be open. You can just talk to people, network, get resources, those types of things. And then we'll run the film and then do the speaker panel after and be able to hopefully maybe field some questions even from the audience if there's still some things that people are kind of thinking about and lingering. It should be a really good time.
Just a little teaser. I don't want to give away too much because there is a lot in the film that people can really that hopefully will resonate with people. But I am a person in long-term recovery. I was an IV substance user, which means I would inject the drugs, alcohol, all the things. It started for me at a young age. As addiction is or can be, it was progressive in my case over many years. And throughout that time, there were a whole lot of struggles, a lot of terrible things, a lot of trauma. And I get very, very vulnerable in this film, and I share a lot of those things.
Wow. Fist pump.
Thanks, man.
I don't know what else to do.
Powerful stuff.
Powerful stuff, yeah. Congratulations. I know your journey is, like you say, it's ongoing, but congratulations on the steps that have gotten you to this point, and continued success, and great that somebody's willing to come forward and share a story and hopefully help other folks. So thanks so much for doing that. Look forward to having you guys on campus. Hope it's a great day. A lot of people come and participate in this in some way or another, and you can just keep that message of hope out there. That's that's what you're doing, and thanks so much for doing it.
Thank you.
We're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to be talking to a couple of members of our women's basketball team, and we'll do that next.
We are.
LC A2Z.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but dental hygiene could have been my thing. Or my path could have been conservation.
And welcome back to the A to Z Across LC podcast. Jeff Alsman here. Cody Zipman as well. We are joined in studio now by two members of the women. I'm trying to be excited like you are when you start talking athletics. Woo! Two members of the women's basketball team, Paige, Henson, and Raylin, LaCava. Ladies, welcome to the A to Z podcast.
A to Z podcast and the third segment of the day, Trailblazer Talk. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
That wasn't in my script.
I just wrote it in right now. I thought it went good.
See?
Hey, student athletes. So how about we start with the student part? What programs are you guys in?
I'm currently studying early childhood education, so, I'm learning how to be a teacher.
Oh,
Why'd you get into that?
I decided to get into that because I really like kids and I really like little kids, so I want to be either preschool or kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
That'll last for about 2 years, and then she'll be saying, "Yeah, let's move up to about the 8th
What
graders."
was I thinking?
No, the little kids are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
I don't have patience.
no, you don't have the patience.
She doesn't have
You should-
patience. I have patience.
Try the college level kids.
No.
It's perfect all the time.
Yeah,
Don't lie to yourself now.
you're getting the look. So, Paige, how about you? What?
I'm still studying exercise science, but I'm kind of leaning towards education as well, but not kindergarten.
Wait,
Older.
what? Callahan know that?
I don't know.
Coach Callahan know that you're leaning towards another program?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Shane much. I beat him in ping pong the other day.
Oh, that's good.
I witnessed
Really?
it. Pointing at you, Shane. You better be watching.
Oh, she's using the cameras. I like it.
I know.
They're comfy now. They're
Yes.
comfy now.
I've been here before.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
throwing
Yeah, but
the
it was kind of like
gauntlet
a
down.
in and out
Oh
thing.
my goodness, we may have to set up a match and tape it as one of our
It could be a Katie
one of
Cup
our
event.
podcasts. It's
Oh my
true.
gosh.
Could
We
be.
could go. I know how
Please.
much Lemons and like doing on scene or
Yeah, I
remote.
know how much too.
setup.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
you might
fired
want
up.
to might want to put that idea. in your
He's not on
pocket.
camera right now, but he's laughing over there.
Hey, write
Yeah.
that down. I play ping pong every morning.
All right, I'll write it as part of the exercise science program. Yes.
You get extra
Required
credit. You
Required.
get extra
Required
credit.
ping pong class.
So when you beat your teacher, does the grade go up or does the grade go down?
Well, if Dustin was my teacher, I'd be in the negatives.
Oh, okay.
Double D's pretty good.
Me and Carter, the strength and conditioning intern, we play him every morning, and we've never won.
Oh,
Every
wow.
morning of last semester and this semester.
I like it. I like it that you're there early though. That's good. Means our
Means I
our
don't
strength
get
and
sleep.
conditioning is going good. But we got to move. We got to move. How about the season, guys? Now remember, we're looking ahead. What's coming up?
We got Lakeland this Saturday.
We played them already, right?
Yes,
Win or loss the first time?
we lost.
Okay. Are they
But-
one of the better teams normally?
Yeah,
or-
they're ranked, so
Okay.
they're very well coached, and a lot of respect for them and their program. But we just got to do what we need to do and play our game.
So a big challenge, but a big opportunity to
Yes.
pull off an upset win. That'd be cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we have women's basketball in here, they're playing somebody that's ranked.
I know it does seem like they play a hard schedule.
It's part of our region.
Yeah,
Everybody else is really good in the
Region
region.
24 is one of the toughest regions for women's JUCO.
But you wouldn't want it any other way, right?
So when we win,
Sure.
we know we can make a run at nationals, basically.
Yeah.
There you go.
So what about the future plans with both of you? We have a sophomore and a freshman here.
Mm-hmm.
Future plans?
I just signed my letter of intent to play next year, so I'm hoping to get healed quick so I can get back into playing and get back on the grind.
So how long has the injury kept you out?
I've been out so far for about a month and a half, and it's like estimated to be about a 9 month to a year recovery.
Oh wow, on court injury or
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's a big challenge in itself, because from the way you walked in here with the assistance of the devices, you probably can't even practice or anything, I'm guessing.
No,
right?
not for a while. I just recently started being able to put weight on my foot, and I'm hoping to start actually walking fully tomorrow. Me too, so that's nice.
You mean you're going to get released to walk fully?
Yeah, hopefully.
Really?
So she
With
is
the
that
brace on, but
Okay.
So she ought to be able to play Saturday then, right?
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
her in the lineup.
I don't know about that. Coach Moore's talked about it a couple times, throwing her in there, sticking her in the corner.
So Paige, I understand that you are like the pride of Carrollton, and
Absolutely.
you are going on to even bigger and better things beyond your time here at Lewis and Clark. Do I have all that correct?
For the most part, yeah. I don't know about pride of Carrollton, but I got offered from MoBap to play basketball there, and I've been in contact with the Missouri Valley, Culver Stockton, USHP, and then a couple others. So
USHP, tell me what that is. I'm not sure.
University of Health Science and Pharmacy.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Still don't know what it is, but now at least I know what it stands for.
They've reached out to me about playing basketball for there, and I'm hoping once I get a few more hours in my day, I can go get on some visits and see their campuses and make my decision for what I want to do next year.
So are you the next Caitlin Clark, except you're the in the paint Caitlin and she's the behind the arc Caitlin, or?
I might, maybe, I don't know.
Hey, there you go. Hey,
I'm going day by day here.
Never rule it out, right?
How is that, right? So you got class, you're grinding in the season, but then on top of it, you're deciding where you're going to go, and you got a list.
It's stressful. It's a lot of pressure.
Must be nice to have so many folks knocking on your door, just saying, "Come to us, come to us, come to us." That
It's
never
nice,
happened
but
to me.
I suck at making decisions, so it's
Oh no!
not the best.
So we're going to play a little game at the end. Before we get there, I want to do something, tips from a Trailblazer. Just because you're talking about what you're going through, and obviously your situation with injury. So what could you give future Trailblazers as far as they come in?
I'd say don't get hurt. That'd be the first.
Well, that would be good.
Don't do that.
I definitely say just don't take anything for granted, because you never know when something's going to get taken away from you.
Oh wow, that's good.
That's good. That's deep.
That is deep.
I like that.
Yeah.
Wow, it's another T-shirt for you.
It is a
Yeah,
t-shirt.
there you go. Put that on the back. Put that on the back of
full
the
of
t-shirt. Put my
t-shirts
name.
today, aren't
Put my
we?
name on the front.
She wants-
Raylin,
She wants
LaCava.
royalties.
A2Z podcast on the front, but then on the back it's tips from a Trailblazer.
Oh my gosh, that'd be,
We'll build it
that's
up.
actually
Yeah,
cute.
that'd be so
I like
cute.
that. All right.
Mine would be make as many friendships as you can, because you never know ones that might last a lifetime.
Oh, there you go.
Did you guys? Did you practice that right there? Yeah.
It was almost like they fist pump without even looking. They just,
I know,
it
they
was
just
just right
know.
there.
We don't have to look.
Instinct.
Yep.
Wow. You know, if they were on the court at the same time and could pass, that's like the no look pass.
It is.
The no look fist pump. I love it. That's
Rest in
awesome.
peace to Rick.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we let you go, we're gonna play Where Are They From? And we're gonna talk about your teammates.
And we should let you know that this is the initial version. We've never tried to do this before. So what we're really saying is we have no idea what's going to happen. No, we don't. Not really. Well, they probably.
It's a possibility. We'll see if it works.
But you guys are like the first ever competitors here on the A2Z podcast.
100%.
So good luck to both of you.
So we're gonna start with you, Raylin, just because she's a sophomore, so she's a home team.
Elder.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go two.
So
your
I'll
teammates.
be the scorekeeper.
Okay, I got it. You want this?
You got to explain the game here.
Yeah.
You're just jumping right in.
You're just jumping.
I was
right
about to, but you interrupted her.
Okay.
So basically, what I'm
She
going to do
interrupted.
is I'm going to give you two of your teammates' names, and you have to tell me their hometown and their state.
Both of them, hometown
Both of them.
and state.
Yeah. Well, okay. Should we allow just state if they
It's
can
your
get the
game.
state?
You make the rules.
Ooh, I don't like hollering the bar.
Don't
All
ask.
right. It's the first one.
Don't ask
So if you
Paige
just have
because
it,
she can't make a decision. So
Yeah.
it's got to be up to you.
Joe,
so
come
go
on.
2 to you, then 2 to you. If we need the tiebreaker, we'll have the one, and we'll have. Are we allowed to slam the table if we need it for the tiebreaker?
If you do, though, everything will shake, though. So,
Be
But
easy.
hey,
All right.
it's just A to Z. So it doesn't really matter.
All right, here. This first one.
This is for
Gonna be hard.
Raylin, correct?
It's for Raylin first, right?
Okay.
Paige Henson.
Bro. Carrollton, Illinois. Carrollton, Illinois.
All right, there we go. Carrollton,
Now,
Illinois.
Now, hold on.
She's like living with me right now.
Okay, now I object. I already gave away that information.
You
Hey,
did, but
I knew it anyways. I knew it
This is
anyways.
cheating.
there you go.
Okay,
That doesn't count.
1 point for Raylin.
Are you serious?
Sorry, Paige. I tried to help
she gets
out
two,
for you.
right? You get your two ready.
So now we're going to Paige, right?
No. We stay with her because it matters. It matters if they tie or not, right? So she gets the first two, and then the second one.
Okay, I don't know why it matters, but we'll play whatever your rules are.
Okay,
to
cool.
me, 2 to 2 is
Just
still
go
a tie.
with it,
Either way
partner.
it
Go
works.
with it, partner.
I'm just
We're
the
on a clock. We're on a
scorekeeper.
clock.
Yeah.
All right, LaTasia Deloney.
LaTasia is from.
You're
making me nervous.
I'm not doing this, partner.
I know where she's from. I'm blinking. Cracking under pressure. Shh. Be quiet.
Oh, the buzzer has sounded.
No.
LaTasia is from
Alabama.
Phoenix City, Alabama.
Judges after the buzzer.
I don't do
After the
well under
buzzer.
pressure.
So we're not gonna have a tie in this first one. So two
Well,
to you.
What if I miss one?
Yeah, what if she misses
Then
one?
we have a tie.
Okay, so you know what?
Edit that out, producer.
We'll get you a calculator for the
That's
next
first
one.
time we're
Okay.
doing it. Okay, so you ready?
All right, Paige,
Don't mess
pressure's
up.
on.
Paige.
I don't crack under pressure.
I do.
Raylin LaCava.
It's only fair.
Farmington, Missouri.
No, wrong.
We need a little bell, you know. That,
One to one. Ding 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 ding.
All right, so we have a tie at the moment. That means that if you, I'm judging.
Give her a hard one.
I'm like
please.
jumping in like the side announcer guy that says if you can get this one correct, you will win
A
the
brand
round.
new car.
It's Cody's
Okay.
game. Ask him.
And I'm ad-libbing the rules right now. This has to be
Whoa,
the
whoa, whoa,
town.
whoa, whoa,
This
whoa,
has
whoa.
to be the town and
Okay, bet.
the state.
You-
Just
hold it.
because it could be a tie.
Before you go, you said you were ad-lipping?
Yeah, is it ad-libbing?
Ad-libbing.
Thank you, partner. Appreciate it.
I've never heard of
Thank you.
ad-lipping.
Ad-lipping.
Sorry. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Rachel Bagley.
She's from Utah. She's from Utah. It starts with an H.
Oh, my.
Henrik? Henrik?
Harriman, Utah.
I really thought he was going to
Tie.
ask me Jada.
Have a tie.
I thought he was going to ask me Jada's.
Tie. Okay, so what are we doing? Lim, you're the ref, right? Hands up. First one to hit gets
Oh,
it.
my.
Ready? Hitting
Oh,
the
my.
table. I mean,
So it's like
going
ringing
like-
the buzzer.
yeah. We need a buzzer now.
Just don't hit that board. It may
Yeah,
throw
don't
us
hit the
off
board.
the air. So other than that, I guess everything. Yeah, make sure you
I'm
hit
nervous.
Ready?
that counter.
3, 2, 1. Kira Francis.
Oh, my.
Fredericktown.
Oh!
Fredericktown, Missouri.
Boom, we have a winner.
Fredericktown, Missouri.
Winner.
Raylin goes on the road and wins.
Oh, my. That was close.
That was close. I like it.
Well, it's too bad
we
we
were completely
couldn't go back and like do a slow motion instant replay.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Can you bring that back on the screen?
No.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
they need a challenge flag. We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that in future rounds or something.
I appreciate you guys coming on. I hope you had fun.
Fantastic.
blast.
What a
Had a
great
blast.
game. So
Yes.
Raylin wins the
Yep.
initial, whatever you called the game. I don't remember what it was now. But
Where are they from?
Where are they from? That was,
Teammates, where are
Put
they
a crown on
from?
my head and call me the queen.
Oh, we already had a queen bee on there. Shout out Mary Busler.
oh, my goodness. Oh, my. This has been fun. Thanks for being with us, ladies.
Of course.
No problem,
I'm
bro.
glad to be back.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, so we'll have to have you back again
Yeah.
when you're walking healthfully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for this edition of the A to Z podcast. Join us again next time. We're going to be talking with Casey Sackman from our Lewis and Clark Pharmacy Tech program. That'll be one of our segments and lots more going on as well. So again, we will see you in a couple of weeks when we come back with our next episode of the A to Z podcast.
We are
LC A to Z.